Hello, everybody.
Entitled State of Kansas versus Stefan Lopez de Luna. One is case number 2024 CR 119, the other 24 CR 167. Jill Gillette appears as Greenwood County Attorney. Richard Paz, Defense Counsel. Defendant appears from the Greenwood County Jail's Zoom location. I believe that these matters are before this judge for the first time. It does appear that the defendant was bound over for arraignment in magistrate court back on November the 22nd. Apparently, this court was assigned both of these pending felony cases. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but what is the intentions of the defendant here today, Mr. Paw?
Judge, well, your comment, you don't know why they're in front of you, is a little concerning to defense counsel, but his intentions are today, Judge, is to go to arraignment. I don't know if you're aware, Your Honor, but he does have two other pending cases that are set for preliminary hearing control next week in front of Judge Webster.
So he has 4 pending felony cases, all in Greenwood County?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we're just before the court today for arraignment purposes only, Mr. Paw?
Correct, Your Honor. And Your Honor, what I would like to, and what complicates part of this is I am conflicted on his other new cases, so I can't represent him on those, but I can represent him on this. But it's going to take I think a little time to work out any kind of global resolution with the county attorney, if that's possible. So, Judge, I would ask for at least a 30-day continuance set it for status after arraignment today. And he would acknowledge copy and receipt of the complaint in both cases, waive its formal reading, enter not guilty pleas, and set this for status in approximately a month.
Very well, Mr. Paw. Court will accept the pleas of not guilty in both case numbers 24 CR 119 and 24 CR 167. Mr. Paw, do you think 30 days is adequate time?
Well, I'm not sure, because I'm not sure what the status is. I mean, I don't know if there's been any kind of negotiations or anything on his two newest cases.
Who is the attorney of record, defense attorney of record on those cases?
Mr. Paul was appointed on 20. He was appointed on all of them. There's a 24 CR 227 criminal damage to property. There's a 25 CR1 that's brand new. Mr. Paul would have been appointed 1-7, and it is aggravated battery.
Well, Judge, I have already told the court and in the county attorney's office that I have a conflict on that case, and I can't not represent the defendant on that case.
So has the magistrate court already appointed new counsel, Mr. Paul?
Not yet. We haven't gotten anything new yet. And Paul was also appointed on 24 CR 221, and I believe Mr. DeLuna will get a different attorney for the cases that Mr. Paul has a conflict on when they come before the court on the 31st.
Okay, so he's got 5 total cases?
Yes.
And you're conflicted on
the most serious one, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Will you be representing him on any of these other 3?
Well, when I was given this by the county, when Miss Neighbors sent this to me initially, I told her I was conflicted on that, and that it made more sense to counsel that somebody should be, since that is the most serious charge, that somebody should be representing him on all of them.
All right.
And that's my position, Your Honor.
Judge, I just got a message saying Favre was appointed on the other two, or he will be. So I don't know if we want to set those all in front of him.
Well, apparently there are 3 other cases, not just 2.
And Judge, I wasn't aware of the third, or I forgot. So
It's noon and we haven't even gotten the actual order through the system yet.
okay.
So waiting on that actual order. He would be getting a copy of it from the court system, the eFlux. So it hasn't come through to Mr. Paw yet. It was just ordered at a first appearance.
All right. Well, I'm inclined to believe that Mr. Paw's position is sound, that on these other 3 pending cases, the same attorney should be appointed. So presumably Mr. Favre will be appointed on, I would ostensibly think that it's 25 CR1. That's the new case, obviously.
It is.
All right.
And Judge, honestly, my position probably is Mr. Favre should have all of them instead of having 2. If he has 5 cases in Greenwood County, he's going to be probably in front of you on all 5 cases eventually. And that, I mean, I'm supposing some things, I know, Judge, but it just makes sense that one person just should do it all.
Well, I don't know the nature of your conflict, and I'm not sure I want to examine that here as part of this record, Mr. Paw. But if it's the type of conflict that could cause an issue with your representation in these 2 cases, perhaps you should be relieved.
And I'm not sure if it will or not, Judge. It may. I'm just trying to be as candid with the court as possible.
All right.
Under these circumstances.
Well, he's in custody. I'm going to go ahead and establish a trial date.
Okay.
It's going to be a ways out.
Okay.
I trust that he's not being held solely as a result of the cases which are currently before the court. Mr. Paw, is that a fair statement?
I believe that is the case, Your Honor.
Currently going to assign Tuesday, July the 15th as the jury trial start date in each of these 2 cases. July 15, 9:00 a.m. We will establish a pretrial conference, presuming we get that far, the Thursday before, Thursday, July 10, 9:00 a.m. Then I'm going to establish a much sooner date for review of this case where further scheduling can be contemplated. And I'll be looking at 10:00 a.m. on Thursday, February 20. I presume that's still open on the calendar, Mandy?
No, Judge, 11 would work better, please.
All right. 11:00 a.m. council?
That's fine,
Thursday.
Judge.
All right. Thursday, February 20. Obviously, Mr.
I'm
Lopez.
sorry, Judge, you said 10?
11.
11, okay, sorry.
11:00 a.m. Thursday, February 20th for status and further review of these cases. Mr. Lopez de Luna,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have any questions about what's gone on this morning?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right, I've got a trial date that's set out there that we're going to work toward, but we're going to review your cases, at least these 2 that are currently before this court, next month. We'll see what progress, if any, is made in these other cases. Try to determine your status. February 20th, 11:00, and you'll be participating by Zoom on that date.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, Mr. Paw, is there anything else that we need to address here?
No, Your Honor, I don't think so.
Counsel, I'll just advise you. You seem to be concerned about my comment earlier. We do not have a system where one defendant's cases are assigned to a single judge. That's not the way the system works.
Well,
The cases are split up among the district judges pursuant to essentially a systematic assignment system. Only if, and I'm saying only if, there is some reason to believe there's going to be a comprehensive plea agreement at some point, sometimes a judge will take on additional cases which are not assigned to them to try to get all those cases resolved at one time. But I'm not interested in having 6 cases pending before this court and not being resolved. I think that it'd be much more efficient to have them in different divisions with each of those judges pushing to have those individual cases completed. I've seen a number of cases run together and simply stagnate in the system for months and sometimes even years, and that's not going to happen here.
Understood.
So I understand, Mr. Paul, you're not going to be representing him in all of those cases, which complicates things even further, because with multiple attorneys, sometimes there's a lack of communication, and it's difficult to work out any type of comprehensive plea agreement, because as we all know, sometimes the resolution of certain charges will have a definite impact on other cases and the ability to resolve those other cases. So it will take some communication here and coordination if all of these cases are going to get cleaned up. All right. Then with that announcement made, Mr. Paul, is there anything further that you can think of that we still need to address today?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Gillette, anything further at this time?
I can't think of anything else, Your Honor.
Very well. Then case numbers 24 CR 119, 24 CR 167 in Greenwood County are currently in recess, and this meeting may be ended for all at this time.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.